Okay, this video is a part 2 of one I just did about physically cleaning the outside of the videotapes. This particular customer, great customer, I've got all of his stuff running clean, clear, everything's good. Now this particular one here I put in, and it's like that. So every company out there will just go, slap a sticker on it, it's crap, sorry. But I was like, this is TV recordings. So, I do check if it is. I don't charge for this stuff, I just pull it. But it says on the tape, after 10 minutes, home movies. Who checks this stuff? Nobody. I do. And quality, well-paid people in this industry do. A little bit of due diligence. So 10 minutes. So, as I know very well, at all of these cheap, crappy companies, they have the gun to their head and they have quotas to meet. If it doesn't play perfectly in seconds, they're pulling it, slapping a sticker, you get charged for it and told your stuff is gone bad, which is a load of crap.
Sheriff Busby,
so it's still...
Just came by to tell you all to keep a weather eyeball out for an escaped circus ape. He was last seen...
So, clearly it wasn't 10 minutes because... It says 10 minutes. And again, it's a long time ago. Kids wrote it, whatever. But clearly that was more than 10 minutes. It was 17 minutes on the counter. So it's a case of let it roll and then delete. Nobody deletes any of this crap either. If it's like TV crap on the end, I get rid of it. But I want to make sure that when the home movies kick in, that it's not looking like crap, and then I got to redo the whole thing. Every time you take the tape out as well, it resets the counter. So I'm gonna spend this difference between quality versus shite companies is they actually take the time, and when you're paying them more, they're going to go through and check all of these things here. Look, 1989, clear, corner-to-corner picture, 36. Yeah, so, like, the counter stopped counting, so the entire tape. And you got to check, see if there's stuff on it. I mean, it's, it could be the birth of someone's kid or their wedding or whatever, and, that's heartbreaking. I have the ability to check it, and I've got a conscience. That's it. When it's counting, that means there's footage. Although I see counters with some of these crappy companies and they've recorded over people's home movies. See that play button and record button? If it's in the VHS and the tab hasn't been removed like this, and this is just the PSA right here. If you are just about to throw caution to the wind and ignore all of the red flags and all of my expertise and everyone else out there on review sites and send your stuff off to the cheapest company that you can find, make sure, I usually pull these tabs off, but I'm not an idiot. But this right here, this tab here, you remove them because those idiots will hit. All they got to do, put it in, and they're thinking in their head, I got to hit record right here, but what they do is they hit record right here and it records the incoming feed, which is snow, and then they record over your home movies. And this has happened so many times. People have sent me stuff like, they said there's nothing on it. And I'm like, I can fix it. That's their usual BS. And then I get it, and snow. I'm like, the counter's counting, but there's snow. It means it's been recorded over. And they're like, no. Yep. Can you bring it back? Nope. Are you sure it was stuff on that? Yep. It's got on there. The birth of Angela, 1989, da-da-da-da-da, or Christmas, 1990. And it's just blank, and they're all blank. And some numpty who's untrained, unskilled, pulled off the street, was working in Starbucks yesterday, now she's transferring videotapes. And now they just hit boom, and they think they're recording. But they're not. They're recording over your home movies. I mean, dude, I hear it all. It's so bad. But yeah, this entire videotape is junk. But I will check. Now I know it's an hour and 38 minutes of footage on there. I'm gonna go right to the edge and right towards the end and stop it, and then I will play it to make sure that there is no home movie footage. 10 minutes left. Still cartoons, not quite done yet. You can't tell I'm OCD about this stuff, and you have to be. Just to doubly make sure, because I never want to see these videotapes ever. I don't want to see anybody's stuff ever again in the nicest possible way. But it's done right the first time, out the door. Yeah, there's nothing. So that one's been recorded over. Yeah, so anywho. Yep. And that took up time to do that. I'm not going to charge for that tape, but even though I put all that time into it, just to make sure. And then there's situations like this where it's only 7 minutes and you go, did I rewind the tape all the way? Let's double check, because whenever it's really short, I'm always a little dubious. Yep, see, just a bit there. Mom school. So sometimes there are like little things here, so yeah. And then I delete any blank space off the end, so you're not getting all this blue screen, which I've seen all these crappy companies with like 10 minutes of footage and 6 hours of blue screen. I mean, what are you doing? And yeah, so tape number 4, and then I'm going to label it that, and then let's have a look here. Tape 4, and then boom, I'm going to drag it to the server, and then that'll be that. Anyway, gotmemories.com if you want to get a quote. If you're looking for cheap bargain basement pricing, that's not me. Move on. If you're looking for cheap bargain basement pricing, as I say, you might as well throw your stuff in the dumpster, because that's basically all it's worth. If you're looking for a quality company in your area, make sure that they have 5.0 on Google, they have a YouTube channel, they've got social proofing, they've got a heart, they care, all this above stuff. If you would like me to do it, you can go to gotmemories.com, fill out the quote form. I do have minimum charges, and I do not compete with all these crappy companies because they create a false economy. They do nothing for the money. This stuff is old. It is very fiddly, it's very time consuming, and you need someone with a head and a heart that knows what the hell they're doing, and they're going to be giving you outstanding customer service. And yeah, and if you do have a lot of stuff, especially if you have a lot of stuff like this, you're very OCD, you've labeled everything, and you want a digital mirror of all this, really neat and tidy and well done, I'm your guy. If you don't give a crap about it, you send it out the door to the trash can, because there's no point in even spending $1 with any of these cheap companies, or any cheap company that doesn't have good reviews and doesn't have hopefully a YouTube channel, so that you can see their competence on how they fix equipment and their due diligence and everything. So two sides to my YouTube channel here is helping raise the levels in this industry, because over 20 years I've been doing this, and the last 7-8 years since all this mass marketed crap has come out, it's just brought everything down, and everyone's been trying to compete with all these companies. No one's got the time or the expertise, and they just think this is easy, and it's just been a woo. And I predicted this years and years ago. I'm like, there's no way you can do all these tapes for this kind of price, and they're not. They're slapping stickers on things, not transferring it, telling you your stuff is poor, can't be transferred, boom, and they keep your money, and you cannot fight them. On the credit card companies, they'll win, and they do. They fight you. Crazy, I know, but when your house is on fire, what's the things that you grab? Your memories. So same kind of mindset. You need to do your due diligence with this stuff to make sure you're going to be going through a quality company. Again, gotmemories.com. You can fill out the quote form. If you're kicking tires, all that stuff, no. I'm very reasonably priced, but I'm nowhere near the cheapest, and I charge a fair rate for outstanding work. That's it. Hit like, subscribe, all that crap. Anyway, all the best to you. Cheers.